I'm gonna say this: like, if my woman get mad at me, we probably finna have sex.
And she chocolate too, like darker the berry, sweeter the juice.
Oh,
So
boy.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Like, that's, to me, that's gonna turn me on. If a woman fussing at me, like, first thing I'm gonna think is you need some fixing.
Oh, okay.
Dad is coming home to fix it, so we fixing it.
I want someone who I can look up at.
Oh,
No.
Looking for love. She seems like she needs some guidance,
How would you plan a first date?
but she can't recognize a prize. So obviously she make a lot of bad decisions. How many kids do you have?
I'm done, Arlette.
How many kids do you have?
I'm not. Thank you.
And I didn't think I would say that either, but like just, to women that I pop home.
Because I did notice that you kind of shut down a little bit when you were having that interaction and you just kind of like shut them out.
And then I just know the profession and the industry.
Yeah, on here, let's go, okay, let's go. Yeah. She wanna make me her wife, but I don't wanna be her wife, okay. Slide by in the motherfucking range, I do the dash in the vintage, yeah.
YouTube, what is good with y'all? I'm back again with another Pop the Balloon reaction video. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this episode. Let me know what else I should be reacting to. 98% of y'all is not subscribed, so if you fuck with the video, then tap in and subscribe. Make sure you like the video and check out my playlist to see my other Pop the Balloon reaction videos. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Hello, welcome in. What's your name? All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single lady. Hello, welcome in.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Ashley.
Ashley, how old are you?
I'm 30.
When she comes around this corner, if you're feeling her, and I'll go over to you. With that being said, let's go. Hello, welcome in. Our first single lady. Hello, welcome in.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Ashley.
Ashley, how old are you?
I'm 31.
And what do you do?
I'm a licensed esthetician and I'm in school.
All right. So what do you like to do for fun?
I like to go hiking, do anything adventurous. Like I went skydiving.
Oh, wow.
I like to hang out with my mom because she's funny and go out to eat.
Okay. What do you look for in a man?
Someone who is ambitious, is goal-driven. Someone who's trustworthy and communicates well.
All right. What are some deal breakers?
Someone who is combative.
Okay.
Someone who I cannot trust. And someone who plans all these goals but never accomplishes them.
Okay. Yes. All right. So we haven't got any pop balloons yet.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and hand you a pick.
Okay.
Hold on to that.
I'm honestly kind of surprised that she hasn't gotten any pop balloons so far, because I feel like I haven't seen that many of these episodes where it's the guys in the lineup, but I didn't really feel like she was that attractive, like just like a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, like really attractive, like body wise. I feel like she's not really like 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10 either. And usually I feel like there's at least one guy whose standards are pretty high when it comes to looks and would just pop right out the gate for her. And I think that her deal breakers are reasonable, but I feel like it's the classic, I don't want to date a man that doesn't have like ambition, which I mean, I don't think that should be a factor. Like, I don't think you should care whether the guy you're dating has ambition. It should only be about what you could say. I want him to make a certain amount of money, or I want him to have like this type of lifestyle, but ambition means that you want to achieve higher for yourself. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be stagnant. It's just like, I feel like our society has told us that we need to do more and achieve more. And it's great to do that. There's nothing wrong with wanting more, but there's also nothing wrong with not wanting more. And it's weird when women want their man to be ambitious, like across the board, it seems.
That, and there is, how many guys are here? Okay, I'm going to have you pop 3 balloons.
Ooh.
I know, 3 balloons.
Right now?
Whenever you're ready, go on over.
Okay. No. This is embarrassing. I'm sorry.
Okay, 2 more.
I'm sorry.
And 1 more. Okay, let's start right here.
Okay.
Okay, let's have your name and age.
I'm Fendi. I'm 34.
Okay. Fendi, what do you do?
I'm a musician. I own my own record label, and I also work a 9 to 5. But we keep it music though. Yeah.
Okay,
How you doing?
So Fendi, why was your balloon unpopped?
I like the way she looked. She came out. She was well spoken, well dressed.
Thank you.
I feel like we could have fun. You was talking about the hiking thing. Let's go get lost. It was cool. I dig what you put down. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah. That's all.
Thank you.
Why we end up popping his?
It's really not too much. I feel like maybe the other guys were presented a little bit better. You're handsome. I just popped.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. Yeah.
Let's go on over here. Your name and age.
Demetrius, 37.
And Demetrius, what do you do?
Work for the city and drive trucks. Well, commercial driver.
Okay. All right. So why was your balloon unpopped?
Actually, some of her deal breakers was positives. Like she said something about like if you career driven, if you're not, then she don't want to mess with you.
Okay.
But I'm career driven, so I'm like that's a positive to me. I turned the negative to a positive. And she chocolate too, like darker the berry, sweeter the juice. So ain't nothing wrong with that. So I mean, it's all good. You know, Black Queen. Yeah, she lovely though. Nice lips, everything. I ain't gonna lie.
Why'd you end up popping his balloon?
Yes, ma'am.
I want someone who I can look up at.
Oh,
No
okay.
offense. Yeah.
Okay, hike
But
ain't
you're
gonna get you to
still
the altar
handsome.
though. You know, you can't look
For
at that.
me, probably.
Oh, hike. Okay.
How tall are you?
The doctor says. What the doctor say? I'm like 5'4.5", but
Okay.
with these boots on, I'm like 5'5".
I'm 5'5".
I'm just saying, I ain't tripping though.
But you look great.
Oh,
You
thank
look
you,
nice.
ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
You look nice.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to the last one you end up popping.
Dang, I think that might be the shortest guy that we've ever had on the show. Like, nothing against people that are short, but I didn't think he was that short, but it's because I guess he has them boots on. And I think this is the first time where I've like understand the girls. I mean, I don't think height is something that you should base like who you're talking to off of. But if I could at least understand it if you are the same height, you know, or she's actually, I think she said she's 5'5", he's 5'4", so she's a little bit taller than him. But like he said, height ain't going to get you to the altar. Like, you know, all these standards that these women have, that might be the reason why they're not married yet. This woman is over 30, so, you know, I'm sure that she probably would have wanted to be married potentially earlier than the age she's at. And maybe the reason for that is because she's not going after shorter men. But also, the light-skinned guy, I didn't notice at first. I was confused why she popped his balloon, but I seen the face tattoo, and I was like, oh, that's probably why, even though she didn't say the face tattoo specifically.
Your name and age.
Yeah, Timothy, 38.
Okay. And Timothy, what do you do?
I'm an independent contractor and a real professional day trader.
Okay, so why was your balloon unpopped?
I just wanted to hear her out. I was going to pop initially. I thought your skirt was kind of too short, like more. I know. I feel like I can almost see your panties, to be honest with you. That's just being honest with you.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, so why did we end up popping his balloon?
He's just too skinny. I got a little, I don't know. He's just too skinny. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. We've got how many balloons left? 5. Okay, go ahead and ask these remaining guys a question, help you narrow it down.
When you're in a relationship, how do you show love to that person?
Okay, let's start here. Name and age first.
Trey Stylist, 35.
Okay, Trey, what do you do?
I'm a barber, career barber, and also a serial entrepreneur.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the question.
One more time. Question.
How do you show love when you're in a
How do I
relationship?
show love? Well, I'm kind of like a 90s love type guy. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I really want to like be intimate. You know what I'm saying? Like get some time together. You feel what I'm saying? Like 90s love. My love languages would probably be physical touch and like acts of service. Yeah, so that kind of give you an idea where I'm at with it.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Over here, your name and age.
My name is Sydney. I'm 37.
Sydney, what do you do?
My profession is I own a dental practice in Charlotte and also a roadside service in Charlotte and also in New York. So 2 locations.
Okay, nice.
And if you want to just answer a question, how do you show love in a relationship?
Part of my way of showing love is basically just making sure that she gets the attention that she needs, being a good communicator and understanding what her needs and wants are. And then I think that's a good way for me to understand what type of love language she's seeking. So,
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Over here.
That I was like, where do I remember him from? But it's that guy who brought the bag on the show, and he was saying that if they picked him, then he would give them whatever in the bag. You know, I do like his watch. I like the shirt. I just don't like the laces on it. Like, I think it would be great just without that dangly shit on there. And then I like the pants, and I can't remember what shoes he was wearing. He was on the show before. I was like, I know him from somewhere. I really liked the first guy's answer. Like, he seemed like he was building some rapport with the girl, that he was building that connection. And then that other guy from all the way, let's see if I can go back to it. Damn, this guy, he's been on the show too before. Like, I knew it when he said day trader, because I remember him saying that he was a day trader and he didn't like any of the girls because they were not young enough for him, because they had people in the same like age group. And also he was talking about how short her dress was, and it is a little bit short in the front, I think, but from the back I feel like it's probably not that short. And I feel like I could see her panties is like, come on now. Like, you're talking about wanting to date younger women. Do you know what younger women be wearing? Come on now.
Also need
Love and
attention. I think that's
Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
Vernon, and I'm 40.
Okay.
And what do you do?
Right now, I'm just investing in real estate, wholesaling, doing mostly creative finance deals. Got an Airbnb, Turo, stuff like that. A few other things too, but I'm gonna keep it short and sweet.
Okay, no problem. And how do you show love in a relationship?
I show love pretty much I feel like the whole thing should be love. Pretty much it's like, if you can listen, it's like, I feel like that's a major thing. Listening, you can get too caught up in this and that and that and this, but listening is the most part for me, because from there you can go from wherever you need to go to. I think like a lot of relationships probably fail because people are not listening or not really paying close attention to whatever her needs is, stuff like that. So that's what I feel love is.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's go over here. Your name and age.
Mac, I'm 39.
Okay. And Mac, what do you do?
I teach financial literacy, and I teach social and economic development.
Okay.
And right now, I just started doing relationship counseling.
Okay. And how do you show love in a relationship?
In a relationship, I show love based on how it's reciprocated. So I show love by making sure my woman's taken care of. You know, I think that's the most important thing in relationships, make sure your partner is taken care of, all needs, like not just one thing, but like on all bases, emotionally, physically, spiritually, you know what I'm saying? Just the reality of a relationship. So, yeah.
Over here, your name.
I feel like he has an advantage because he is way taller than everyone else. Like, I don't know how tall he is, but he is very tall. But I think his sweater is nice. I like the belt. The pants, I feel like people have said on the show before, they don't like the rips in the jeans. It's definitely got some rips, and them pants is tight they're super tight. And that was the first thing I seen when I seen him in the lineup. I was like, damn, his pants are tight. Like, I was not feeling it. I did like the guy in the green back there's response. Like, I think listening is really important, and that's another problem with a lot of modern women. They don't want to listen, so they just want to be always right, and you got to know when to listen to your man.
Age?
My name is Darion, and I'm 31.
Darion, what do you do?
I own a food truck and a restaurant business.
So, how do you show love in a relationship?
So 2 ways. I show love by affection, that's my love language, and by reassurance. So if I feel like my woman is not feeling herself, I'll make sure I get it there to where she can, or at least try.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Let's head back. And how do you show love in a relationship?
Really by acts of service.
Okay.
Like, for example, if you say you like a certain thing, and if I'm out, I will get it. And by cooking as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do have 5 balloons left. So go ahead and pop 2 of them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
And 1 more. Okay, I'll have you stay down there. All right. So why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
She's gorgeous, and I want to hear what she had to say.
All right. What do we end up popping his?
He actually looks like my cousin.
That's one of those.
When I got closer, I was like, uh-oh.
I'm mad at that. At least it was that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No problem. Thank you. And where do we end up popping? Over here. Why was your balloon unpopped?
I was just open, trying to see what, she had to say, stuff like that.
Okay.
And, she's pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Why did we end up popping his?
It's really not too much, to be honest.
Okay.
Maybe I would go for a different style, more kind of cleaner and casual more. I don't know. But you look
Perfect.
good, but
Perfect.
I have to have a reason.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
On this side.
All right, ask our 3 remaining guys another question.
Let's see.
Oh, for the short guy, I was like, what was I gonna say? But that short guy down there, she actually kind of does look like him. So I can understand why she says that. I feel like sometimes there was that one girl, Haitian doll, she just kept pulling out, like, you look like my baby daddy's cousins, brothers, like, just random people that she knows. Like, it just felt like she was coming up with an excuse to pop every single person's balloon. But with that guy, I feel like I didn't really understand what she was saying. Like, she wanted him to dress more casual, or if he was too casually dressed, because I feel like he's more on the casual side, so maybe she was saying more professional, but I don't know. Like, I do think his outfit is really nice, though, so I feel like it's kind of... At least she didn't pop other men who are just as casually dressed as him, so I feel like it's just she doesn't have a real reason type of thing.
If you are in a relationship and you guys have a disagreement, what is your conversation style or your disagreement style with that person? Like, how do you argue, I guess you would say?
Okay, start there and come back.
Okay.
All right, answer to your question, please.
Can you reiterate that one more time?
Like, if you guys get into a disagreement, how do you handle it? Do you, like, give her the cold shoulder? Do you just go silent?
So
What do you
I'm
do?
gonna say this: like, if my woman get mad at me, we probably finna have sex. You know,
Okay.
first off. But I don't argue. I didn't grow up in a household where my parents argue. You know, and I thank them every day for that. I really do. I praise my parents every day because they probably did argue. Because people had their differences, but they did it in some dark room or something. They never did it in front of me and my siblings. So I'd say every day I appreciate them for that because I got friends that I grew up with and I went to their house and their parents argued and they in argumentative relationships. But I think that in relationships, the key to it is talking it out. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to want the relationship. You're not always going to like your partner. So you got to really like talk it out. You know what I'm saying? You got to want the relationship. So if you want the relationship enough, then you'll be willing to talk it out and work it out and work through your differences because arguing that's just very traumatic. That's like what we fighting for. Like to me that's gonna turn me on. If a woman fussing at me, the first thing I'm gonna think is you need some fixing.
Oh, okay.
Dad is coming home to fix it, so we fixing it.
Okay.
You know, we ain't got to argue. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, what we arguing for? Like, you know, I don't know if y'all agree with me or what. Like, what we arguing about? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I do in a relationship. I don't argue. I try to work through things.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's head back over
He
here.
tries to work through things with sex. Like I know it's like no way he's gonna mention sex like 2 or 3 times in the response, one answer. But I don't know. Like, what do y'all think about that? Do you think that was a weird answer? Do you think that it's appropriate to say I'm going to deal with arguing by having sex to fix the problem? But I guess he was kind of saying that he just doesn't argue. I don't know. I feel like I didn't really get a good answer. He said he doesn't argue, and he talked about how his parents don't argue and how other people have parents that do argue. And it's like, I just don't. I feel like that was just like a very sexual non-answer.
Okay, if you want to go ahead and answer her question.
Well, I come from a large family, a lot of sisters, so I always had to sit back and listen and get their perspective on things, and just the work background that I take on requires for me to kind of really listen, and I like to put myself in other people's shoes to better understand where they're coming from. So I think that's how I would position that first, just to kind of understand where she's coming from, and then I could get a better perspective on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, and our last guy.
I would have to say we got to talk it out. Like, I don't like to go to sleep angry. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if we're in a relationship. So it's got to be some communication. We got to talk, you know, and make it an even playing ground. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
something like, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, time to pop a balloon.
Alrighty. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, so why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
So I didn't pop my balloon because she seemed like a person that was really looking for a match and a person that's really looking for some understanding and some guidance, you know. So I didn't pop my balloon because she seemed like a woman that's, you know, like we out here looking for love. She seemed like she needs some guidance. But you know what I'm saying? Obviously, no, seriously, because she's here. she's here, so she obviously looking for some guidance, but you know she can't recognize the prize. You know, so obviously she make a lot of bad decisions. How many kids do you have?
I'm done, Arlette.
How many kids do you have?
I'm not here to answer.
So why'd you pop his balloon?
for this exact
on.
reason.
Hold on one second. Hold up.
Baby daddies or something.
Why'd you end up popping his balloon?
Because he went right to sexual, opposed to how do you communicate and, you know, so.
Well, intimacy
You
is
can't
the
really
most
answer
important
it.
thing in a relationship, because if you can't intimately satisfy your woman, then she gonna go around the corner or next door. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't all about sex though. Relationships is definitely 100% not about sex. So you missed that though. But you missed the part where I articulated it in everything else that I said. So maybe it's some guidance that's missing in your life. Maybe I don't know. Maybe your upbringing is different than mine.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Let's head back.
Thank you for sharing this. It was just like that's a part of the reason I think that I don't like her. Like, even though maybe he's wrong, maybe, you know, you disagree with him, you wouldn't even really let him you wouldn't hear him out, you know, you wouldn't answer his question. Like, I'm done here, I'm not going to answer your question. It's like the entitlement that I sense from her. And like he said, you know, I think there's some truth to what he's saying. If you can't sexually satisfy your woman, eventually she's going to look outward. Whatever women aren't getting out of their man, they're going to look outward for that, whether it's emotional, like caring, sex, whatever it is, like time, spending time with you, they're going to look outside for that thing if you aren't giving it to them. And what he said is true about guidance. Like, guidance and leadership is very similar thing. They're almost synonyms. And if you're on here, these women say, I'm looking for a leader, I'm looking for love, and I haven't found love yet. So inevitably, you need to be guided towards that love with your partner, and you want a man to take the lead. And whenever he said guidance, it's like, oh, you know, I don't like that, or I'm not gonna answer your question. Like, it's just, that's why I don't like her personality.
All right, so we've got two guys left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
Okay. How would you plan a first date for your lady?
Okay. How would you plan a first date?
I guess with the first date, first of all, I'm gonna learn a lot about you before we step out. And then that's gonna give us, if we're doing a lot of laughing, and I love comedy clubs, I love activities, I like just doing things that's more active. And if I feel that you have more of a laid back personality, I think I get a chance to know you a little bit better. Maybe you sit down and just, you know, grab a nice bite to eat and sit down and probe a little bit more. So that's probably how I do my first date. It's kind of like on our chemistry, and then I kind of make that decision based upon how we both feel with our energy, where we headed next. So,
Okay, thank
yeah.
you.
Okay, and over here.
First date. It would have to be like where we at. Like, that's something like chemistry wise that I would pick up. Like, I'm really like fine on finding out what you like. You get what I'm saying? So it'll probably be, more like how we vibe. Like, what I listen to, what I pick up, what I see that you know, interested in. And then we go from there. Like, if you're a foodie, we're gonna go food, you know. If you're more intimate and just want to take a walk in the park, maybe that, you know.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys, any questions for her?
You got kids?
Yes, I have one.
You have one kid?
Yes.
Okay. Your profession is?
Licensed esthetician. I do facials, skincare, waxings, and I'm in school.
I might have to pop on that.
Okay, that's fine.
No, because I'm a barber.
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
barber. So, like, I know, our schedules is going to, like, collide. And then I just know the profession and the industry, you know, you got a little bit too much emotion for me. I'm looking for a little bit something, you know, more executive.
Okay.
But no, you're beautiful, though.
Thank you.
And I didn't think I would say that either, but, like, just, you know, to women that I pop on, but you beautiful. No, for real.
Thank you.
Now, is he someone that's your type?
Yes, he is. He actually dressed really nice. He's handsome. He's
Thank you.
groomed well. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
that.
Any questions over here?
I don't get it. Like, I don't get why these guys seem to be like so enamored with this girl. Like, I just don't see it. Maybe it's just because I'm not in person, or maybe they just don't have high enough standards, but I'm just not really physically attracted. And these guys keep saying, oh, you're so beautiful, da da da. I wouldn't say this to a girl that I popped. Like, but I feel like one thing I noticed between the two of them, the guy on the left who's a barber, he seems a lot more masculine, like just very more confident almost, and like I guess his voice is a little deeper and he doesn't say as much, and I feel like that just gives me more of a confident vibe. But I do think Sydney is a little more like, he has a better vocabulary, maybe gave more examples of the types of dates that he would go on. You know, I think he sounds almost like more sophisticated, but I don't know, like I just thought if he wouldn't have popped that, she probably would have picked him maybe off his vibe, but she would have picked Sydney off of his answer. So I'm still like, I don't know who she would have picked.
Where do you live?
I live in LA.
You live in LA.
Mhm.
Okay.
Where are you?
I'm in Charlotte. Yeah.
Okay.
Charlotte, between Charlotte and New York.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your only question?
Actually, we have. What's the question? Where do you live? What is your way of communication? What's your strength as far as communicating is concerned?
It's really open. If I feel like our energies are not matching, or if I feel that you're more down than usual, then I'm going to ask you, like, hey, what's up? Maybe I need to do something that you may like. Mind you, my way of love is food. So maybe over dinner, we talk about it, like, hey, did I miss something?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
I love food. I'm a
Yeah.
foodie. As far as like confrontations, how do you actually deal with them? Because I did notice that you kind of shut down a little bit when you were having that interaction, and you just kind of like shut them out. Like, even though it may have been kind of off with that question per se, but the shutdown was kind of more like, like, nah, I'm just. So how do you deal with confrontation?
Well, if it's with someone that I love, then I will get to the root of the problem. But if it's a stranger, I'm not going to engage.
What about in dating? If you don't love them, but you're just like in a dating phase?
Well, I feel like dating is to get to a point of getting together. The long goal or the end goal is marriage. So that's something that I will work towards and try to figure out, you know?
I feel like she just did not answer that question that time. Like, she just said, I'm working towards marriage and dating. She didn't say that it would be different when you're dating. And like he pointed out, that was a very good point that he made, is that you could be dating somebody and not be in love with them. And everybody has their own timeline of how long it's going to take them to be in love with someone else. And, to some extent, dating a person you just started dating is almost like a stranger. So what if you guys get into a disagreement early, she just shuts you down, and then she's done with you after that? Like, that would be, I would feel like I wasted my time, my energy. We didn't even really get to a point of like serious dating. And, especially on this show, when I could have matched with many other women potentially.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing. With me, I'm really big on communication. I really express that. And I think that interaction kind of really had me open my eyes as far as just like the shut-off point. I was curious to see how you would manage that situation there. I think that you're really a strong mother and a strong person. But that would be my thing right there. I think I may want to hold tight on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Are you popping or? Oh, okay. Go ahead. Okay. All right. So is he someone that is your type?
No.
No. Okay. And why not?
I don't. The outfit is too much for me. I like a laid back type of casual attire.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Well, that is all the balloons popped, but we do thank you so much for coming on. Give it up for her, guys. Thank you.
Man, so I guess he was right to pop. I was like, dang, he might be messing up his blessing, but I feel like there's probably going to be some better, more attractive women that come out. And, she was quick to say, oh, you're not my type. Like, I don't know why she left him until the end. She must be really picky, which is probably another reason why she's still single. Over 30, baby mama, but picky over like a lot of very successful men that you have in front of you. So it's just, I don't know. it doesn't surprise me that she's still single. But let me know down in the comments what you think. Let me know what you think about her. Let me know what you think about the lineup. Let me know what else I should be reacting to. Make sure you subscribe if you made it to the end of the video. Like the video and check out my playlist to see my other Pop the Balloon reaction videos. I'm going to get up out of here. Hope y'all have a great day. Peace.
Oh, here, let's go, okay, go. Yeah, yeah. She wanna make me her wife, but I don't wanna be her wife, okay. Slide by in the motherfucking range, I do the dash in the vintage, yeah.